1. When crisis strikes, the universe turns to one superhero. One of great strength and moral character. Incredible speed and flexibility, but most importantly, floppy ears and a big gun that looks like a giant crayon marker drawing utensil. Really does look like he's holding just a giant pen or something. Anyways, welcome to Jackrabbit. I kind of wanted to do this as sort of like a Easter special thing that wasn't Yoshi. And I wanted to have Mark co-commentate with me on this, but we tried recording this online, and OBS just does not play nicely with screen share on my computer. 2, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, I just need to do a little bit of a sync test to help my future self out there. Let's start with Episode 1, Turtle Terror. Now approaching Diamondus? Whatever. Hey look, turtles. So, the backstory of this game is kind of weird. Apparently, alien rabbits and turtles exist, and they never got over the whole tortoise and hare race thing, which, if I remember the story correctly, the turtle won because the rabbit was arrogant and stupid and fell asleep. That last part is kind of important. But the turtles are the bad guys here, so the whole falling asleep thing was, I guess, fake news. The turtle cheated or something. I don't know. What I do know is this game has a pretty good soundtrack and is basically like if you mixed Sonic with Contra. So all those people during the all those Sonic fans during the Adventure era that wanted Sonic to carry a gun, maybe they were actually just Jackrabbit fans that then merged over to the Sonic series. Who knows? Rapid fire. Or, you know, there's kind of a missed opportunity here. They could have called it Rabbit Fire, but they didn't. Unless they did, and I've just been mishearing it the whole time. Stupid turtle. Fortunately for me, though, none of these turtles are of the teenage or mutant varieties, so they cannot ninja kick me. Bang! Even if they could ninja kick me, I've got a crayon gun. Seriously, just look at that thing he's holding and... Oh. Daggone it. I didn't mean to end the stage right there. There's more I could have done. There's a whole waterfall part I could have climbed up into and gotten a whole bunch of extra goodies, but I couldn't see the sign. It was like slightly off screen and you activate it by shooting it, and by the time I saw it, I mean, I knew I was close, but I didn't realize I was that close. By the time I saw it, it was like, oh, well, shit. Got the turtle. Like with games such as Sonic and Turrican. Actually, this is really more like Sonic and Turrican because I can't aim my gun. But much like games of those natures, the levels are very, very labyrinthian. I am not in this playthrough going for 100% since I don't think it really even grants you anything other than score. One thing I find weird is that the collectibles change in every level. Sometimes they're floppy disks, sometimes they're other things. I don't quite get it. One of the collectibles that we'll see later on is some weird controller that they were selling at that the company behind this game was partnered with. And of course, the company behind this game is Epic Mega Games, which is now just known as Epic Games, who are now mostly known because of their shitty store that they're trying to compete with Steam on. Of course, I have this through GOG, so no such support of Epic's shitty Epic store here. Of course, this is the CD version. And that big carrot gives me super speed. One thing I always found hilarious in this game is how my bullets move faster when I run. I don't understand how that works. And here is a secret level where I can control this weird bird called Hip Hop. So we got jazz and hip hop. Sounds like someone's trying to get down with the kids, trying to be all cool and radical stuff, yo. Honestly, that is a very annoying sound. Yeah, so you can see what weapon I currently have selected on the bottom right-hand side there. There only seems to be one weapon scroll button. Even though I have this on GOG, I'm actually playing this with the Steam controller because what I did was I set the Steam controller's desktop settings, which is, if you have Steam running, you can have the Steam controller set to affect your Windows desktop in a certain way, and I just set all of the desktop settings to the buttons needed to play this, to the keys that are needed to play this game. And yeah, I just rolled with it that way. Oh no, there's another caged hip hop in there. We can't cage the hip hop. You can't capture the music. It needs to be free, like the soul of funk. And I have no idea what the hell I'm even talking about. I know I saw another cage around here. Where? How did I not... This is making no gosh darnian sense. How do I get to you? How did I not see you? Oh. Okay. All's good with the world. We have freed the annoying hip-hop birds. Jeez. I hate flying around through this maze. Honestly, kind of reminds me of Echo the Dolphin a little bit, but with a bird. You look no different than a normal enemy, but you're a boss for some reason. Well, you ain't the boss of me now, so get away. Go away. And clearing that also clears the level. If I had continued exploring, I could have found a red diamond that would have taken me to a Sonic-like bonus level. Which, for the longest time, I didn't even know... Well, no, I knew those existed, but, like, I didn't know there was one in that level specifically, because I always got the, hip-hop stage instead. I love this track. What I don't love are these stupid tiny turtles. Tiny turtles almost sounds like Tiny Toons. Whee! No, I wanted the... I've actually never had that happen to me before. I apologize for that. These electric eyeball enemies, they work like booze. Not the kind that gets you drunk. If you're not looking at them, they'll advance towards you. If you're staring in their general direction, they stop moving. They're like, staring at me. It's like, well, you're staring at me, so stop it. It's rude. That collectible right there is the game controller. It looks kind of weird. This game is a big fan of false walls, which I have to say, like, from the character's perspective, this is probably just, like, you can see that this is just a thing that you can go through, but from my perspective, it's hidden from me. And nobody hides things from me except for me. So yeah, I'm collecting a whole bunch of ammo for other weapons. All of which are useful to certain extents. The toaster is just a more powerful shot. RF missiles kind of shoot in a split V pattern. And the launcher fires these little bouncy grenade things. They're all useful in different circumstances. Jeez. I am skipping over so many secret areas unintentionally. It's a good thing this isn't one of those games where, like, secrets actually matter. You don't get different endings or anything. It's literally just for more one-ups. Kind of wish that the hip-hop stages didn't end the normal stages. Oh, I thought I skipped over this. The first time I ever heard of this game series was from Storm Dane in one of his reviews. I believe it was, yeah, it was his review of Gears of War, of all things, because that's like the one gun-toting franchise from Epic Games that everyone knows. Ow. Like, as soon as he fired up the game and it said Epic Games, he's like, hey, Epic Games! Most people know them for, like, Gears of War or this other game or whatever. He's like, but I know them mostly for Jackrabbit, the best Sonic clone ever. Then years later, I would kind of have years later, I'd forgotten all about having seen that review and that little comment, and then I found another guy, Lazy Game Reviews or something like that. LGR, Lazy Game Reviews. He did a video. He also did a video on, like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to not die here, which I'm probably going to. But LGR did a review on, not a review, but a video on the different Sega games that had PC ports back in the day, like while they were still a console manufacturer. Which kind of blows my mind, honestly. Like, you wouldn't see Nintendo doing PC ports back in the day when they still had a... So you don't even see them do that now. Good thing these guys are paralyzed when someone's looking in their general direction. I am general direction. Ow. Jeez. I kind of forgot that the shock around their eyes is also painful. Whoa, 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 whoa. That red jewel is what I want to get to. Got it. So now when I clear the stage, I will have a special bonus game. It's just launcher ammo up there. Level clear. My crayon gun. This really makes me think of Sonic CD. I don't know which was first, Sonic CD or this game. I'd I'd have to look at release dates, which I do not know off the top of my head. I mean, for one thing, I wasn't a Sega kid growing up. I wasn't a PC gamer growing up, so... yeah, I didn't grow up with this series. You know, when I realized what the gameplay of this game was, a depressing thought kind of came over me. I realized the closest thing we ever got to a true 3D Jazz Jackrabbit game, at least gameplay-wise, was probably Shadow the Hedgehog. You feel that tinge of disappointment? That chill of, ugh. Well, that's not Midvo that's approaching you. That's the realization of what I had just said. But seriously though, this place has awesome music. This game has awesome music. And it also has a sword floating in my face. Get away! Oh no, I got a caged hip-hop up there! Which I have no idea how to get over to. I was hoping that the slight V shape of the blast would hit him, but it didn't. Unfortunately, there does not seem to be a way to scroll backwards on your weapons. Kind of a bit of an oversight if you ask me. So don't ask me. Yeah. These levels in this game are very labyrinthian. Ow. 2 carrots for the price of 1 carrot. I was using the RF missiles because the enemies are slightly not quite in front of me. Ow. One good thing about this game is that enemies kind of tend to stay dead. No respawns here. At least, not typically. You know, I didn't even know that was there. I think those flying swords might respawn, but that's... well. And I died. I didn't even hit a checkpoint. Great. When you die, you lose all the power-ups you've collected. I really hate how when you collect a new gun for the first time, it tries to change your weapon over to it immediately. It's like, no, I'll do that myself, game. I want to conserve ammo. The lightning strikes kind of show, like, the face of the main villain. I also lost my rapid fire power-ups, which is the real thing that hurts, because without them, I have to actually mash the button. With the rapid fire power-ups, I could just... The rapid fire power-ups, I could just hold it down. I've heard some people say that Sonic's trademark gameplay wouldn't work with the traditional health system, but I don't know, both this and Freedom Planet kind of pulled it off. Though there's reasons for that. I think just having the blaster in this game really does help because it allows you to take out enemies before you would run into them. Ow. But other than that, this game also just has a very wide field of view, so you can see what's coming up. And health restoratives are kind of plentiful. Freedom Planet makes it work by not having touch damage. Basically, most enemies that have some form of touch damage, you actually have to be touching them for a prolonged period of time before such a thing really becomes an issue. And also by giving the characters insanely large health. Making the shields take more than one hit to get rid of, and a slew of other design choices that make it work. I just ran right through that turtle without taking damage. Okay. Yeah, I got a hoverboard. Whoa, and I almost hoverboarded my way straight into those spikes. It's more like a flying board than a hoverboard. Normally these boards don't work over water, but I got power. I don't know why I'm saying that. There's no water to be had other than the copious amounts of rain pouring outside of the level. It's one thing the launcher is good for. Attacking enemies when they're not in range to attack you. Especially when you've got the high ground. The fact that it bounces also helps it. This board doesn't run out, so I don't know why they put platforming challenges for me. Unless, like, dying makes me lose the board. And then I'd have to just platform my way through the rest of the level. That would totally suck. Each one of these episodes could almost be like a game in and of themselves, but they're not. My mouse drifted into the frame there. That up there is where I am ultimately going. But first, I needs to get there. Well, obviously. That should be the first thing in any trip that you take. Actually getting there. Or is that the last thing you want to do? Doing. So what are those night things? Are those like turtles in knight helmets? I'm somewhat confused as to what I am seeing. The collectible for this level are trophy cups. And of course, the ever-present carrots to refill my health, because as everyone knows, rabbits eat carrots, except they don't actually, and it's actually kind of bad for them, and the whole thing started because of Bugs Bunny. People assumed Bugs Bunny did it because rabbits eat carrots, but no, he just did it because Bugs Bunny. Ow. I don't know why I'm saying ow. He does a pretty good job of it himself! Stupid swords! Don't have to bring us. Oh, I don't know why it lagged there. Don't they know not to bring a sword to a blaster fight? I totally missed the gem. Oh well. No 3D bonus level for me. Instead, we're just moving on to the boss of this episode. In more ways than one. I'm assuming the toaster is the most powerful weapon in the game because it doesn't have any other special properties. That's usually how these things go in video games. If a gun or a weapon doesn't have any other special properties, it makes up for it in just raw power. And there goes Devin. Bye, Devin. Alright, you actually have to press the button to move this along. Jazz's adventures are just starting right now. The hideously torquey Devin Shell is constructing twin mega battleships to blow up Jazz's home planet, Caratus. Eva Earlong awaits. Take your time, Jazz! Let's not keep her waiting. I'm literally just pressing directions. Hey, that's a cool thing about PC games, actually being able to use a keyboard to put in your name for high scores. Who'da thunk it? Anyways, that's it for this episode. Quite literally. See you all next time!